welcome back. So I'm just going to read a tweet of mine from a while ago. It's about the codependent and the narcissist. So this is a trigger warning because it does touch on abuse. So if there's a possibility that you may feel triggered or a bit upset listening or hearing this, please don't listen. Maybe save it for another time or not at all, okay? But the most important thing is you, so don't please put yourself around things that may cause you to feel triggered. So I'm going to start now. Codependents and narcissists recognize each other, not in name, but they have the same core childhood wounds. Each plays a role. The codependent in their fixing obsession, the narcissist in their self-obsession. The codependent believes their love can fix the narcissist. The narcissist plays up to that and lets the codependent believe it. In fact, during the relationship, the narcissist knows to show glimmers of change and hope, only to go right back to their innate abusive ways. The codependent decides to try a little harder and hold on just a little longer. It is a continuum with no reprieve. Pain for the codependent, fuel for the narcissist. We cannot fix personalities of others, but we can our own. Quit trying to fix psychos. Find somebody who doesn't need fixing. Okay, and I think that's important because often during the relationship with our abuser, we kind of fantasize about being the reason that they change. We hold on to that. We desperately want to be the reason that this person changes, even after all the abuse and things they put us through. There is no excuse, no justification at all for abuse. There is no apology allowed. Moving forward, going into new relationships, if it happens one time, by the second time a decision needs making because it will continue. Okay, we have to get better with our boundaries when we start new relationships after abuse. There is no excuse, no justification, no explanation. There isn't anything. There are no excuses for why you should tolerate abuse. Blood isn't one. Being a sibling isn't one. Being your parents aren't one. Being a partner isn't one. It being your father or the mum of your kids isn't one. Being a friend. None are excused. Abusers will keep trying to give us excuses for why they do what they do as long as we allow them. For example, I wouldn't do this if you hadn't done that. I only did this because I thought you did that. Maybe if you didn't annoy me, I wouldn't do this. I would stop this if you stopped swearing, annoying me, shouting, etc., etc. By listening to these excuses and justifications, just by listening to them, we in effect allow somebody to make excuses for why they abused us. Once we spot abusive behavior and allow them to excuse it one time, by that second time, the decision needs making. Don't allow people to make excuses for abusing you. And don't make them for yourself. For example, we keep ourselves trapped by, if I leave, I'm throwing all this away. If I leave, they'll do this with someone new. I'm not being patient enough. If I really loved them, I should or would stay. A good person wouldn't walk away because things are bad right now. A good wife wouldn't walk away because things are bad right now. A good husband wouldn't walk away because things are bad right now. Abuse isn't bad. Abuse is a deal breaker, okay? We blur the lines and get confused and mixed up because things are unclear. Abuse isn't a bad time in a relationship. Abuse is a deal breaker. It's a point in which we would walk away. There is no explanation needed, no justification, no apology, no nothing. It's just walk away. I know that now going forward myself. We in turn go on to gaslight our own selves into staying when we tell ourselves these things, that we're not being patient, or if I really loved them, I would stay, I wouldn't walk away. How can I throw this away? We've been together 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 15 years. I'm throwing all that away. No, you're walking away from abuse. The last one. In abusive relationships, you will find that the relationship is centered around having to let things go that hurt us, repeatedly having to forgive. That is not love. That is not healthy. A repeated, recycled cycle of forgiveness is what you get with a narcissist or toxic individual. That's it. That's all the relationship ends up being. They are not our soulmate. They are our WoundMate, okay? We recognize each other's childhood core childhood wounds subconsciously, and we believe this partner to be our soulmate. They're not our soulmate. They're only our WoundMate, our wounds match. Other than that, it's a no. They're a huge red flag. Steer clear. Keep good boundaries. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. I thought it was interesting, possibly touching on some good points to think about if you're maybe in a relationship like that, or you've just left a relationship like that. Abuse is never okay. There's no justification. There is no explanation. There is no apology big enough. There is no reason to allow abuse. None. Blood isn't one. Being the father or mother of your children isn't one. There isn't one. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like or a dislike, either is fine. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Leave me a comment, share your thoughts, and I hope to see you next time. Love lots. Bye for now.